Good morning, everyone. This is Srikant Rajan. Welcome to the Stock Market Podcast from MPIinvest.com, the only platform where you learn to invest and trade in the stock market, plan your financial goals, invest in different financial assets, and grow with a community of knowledgeable investors. If you are not a part of the community yet, visit our website MPIinvest.com to join the community free of cost. Coming to the markets yesterday, Nifty opened with a gap down at 16263. In fact, it touched a low of 16243 for a brief period, and then we could see some major volatility in the first half. But the second half was totally a different story because Reliance gave in major power to Nifty, and we could see Reliance flying up, touching close to 52-week high, and the same was seen in Nifty, wherein Nifty rallied up to 16492, finally closing at 16478. In fact, the last hour rally from 245 to 330 actually trapped a lot of traders, including me. So that is where we could see the FIA is actually selling 1,512 crores and DIS bought for 1,624 crores. So after the Indian markets closed, the US markets opened and they started falling heavily. Yes, majorly because the US inflation data is expected today, and it is also expected that it could be slightly on the higher side. So it already has been on the higher side for past few months. Now if it is going to be higher than that, things can actually be jittery, and many investors don't want to keep holding in their funds, and that's exactly why we could see a major sell-off happening. So apart from that, we could see the Dow Jones actually falling by almost 1.94%, down by 600 points, and S&P 500 dropped 2.38%. Nasdaq was comparatively falling lower, but it is also down 2.75%. If you look at the crude oil price, that is also kind of stable at the higher side at $121 as on today. Yesterday, the European Central Bank also announced a interest rate hike, and not only that, they also have a dim outlook for the economy in the near future in Europe. So that's something which is not great, and we could see the European markets also falling yesterday. And even though the European markets were falling, it was just Reliance which is powering the Nifty yesterday. So apart from that, coming to some stock specific news, LIC has in fact been falling continuously and come to 700 levels after the listing. In fact, the company is good, the valuations are good, but still it is just the global markets and the Indian market which is on a weaker side, which is kind of bringing it down. In fact, I am just waiting for the stock to settle, and probably we could actually have an entry, and it is in the radar as well. So I will of course announce it in the community when I get into LIC. So apart from that, we could see news coming in from Bajaj Auto, where they've announced that its board is planning to consider a buyback of shares on June 14th. So this could actually give a temporary hike on Bajaj Auto, but I don't think we should be looking in for that right now. Apart from that, as the interest rates are going up, repo rates have gone up, HDFC has actually come out and announced that they are increasing housing loan rates from above up by about 0.5% from June 10th. So that's going to pinch all the home loan EMIs taken through HDFC, and similar case would be seen with other banks also. So EMIs are going to get costlier in India from now on. So that's something that we can watch out. This is a positive for HDFC. Hope HDFC can finally start moving upwards. It's already in a big correction zone. Yesterday we could see Dr. Reddy's Laboratory as the top gainer in Nifty. The news came in little later that a Nasdaq listed company, Olema, has signed an exclusive collaboration and license agreement with Dr. Reddy's subsidiary to discover and develop novel cancer therapies, and the deal is worth $8 million. So that's exactly why we could see Dr. Reddy's going up on a big as a top gainer in Nifty yesterday, up by almost more than 4%. Shriram Transport Finances in news after they have raised about $250 million from US International Development Finance Corporation. So this is of course a positive, as they have more liquidity now to disperse more loans. We could also see Sona BLW Precision Forgings Limited again in news, as they have reappointed Mr. Vivek Vikram Singh as the MDN Group CEO. This is actually confidence building, as experienced management at the top level is always a great thing for a company. So already the company has been doing good, the profitability has been good. So we are already invested in the stock, and I'm sure over a long term we could actually reap some good profits there. So this is some stock specific news, but if you look at today, of course, like I told you, there would be major sell-off seen as people would like to keep themselves safe before the US inflation data coming tonight. So tomorrow being off in Indian market, and being the weekend, we could see some major sell-off in the market. In fact, Nifty is already opening with a gap down close to 16,250 range. If you look at the technical charts, I would say 16,000 would be the major support that needs to be watched out. If broken, can lead to more bearishness in the market. I don't see an upper side movement happening. However, if it happens, 16,400 will continue to be a resistance that can be watched out. However, like I've told you earlier, I am not getting into any new trades and not holding any positions as of now, as Monday can actually open with a big gap up or a gap down, and that could be dangerous for any position being held in trading. So for a long-term investor, this could be an opportunity to buy. In fact, if the fall is big today, I would actually go on to buy myself into good stocks. So that's something that I'm expecting. Let's see how things turn. So before we leave, do press the like button if you love the content that we share, and do share this with your friends to help them learn and invest together with us. This is Srikant Rajan signing off, wishing you a profitable day ahead. Thank you.